And we're back with the next episode in the KaoshKraft server. So for those that didn't know, last weekend was Minecon. I was actually lucky enough to attend, and honestly it's one of the best experiences I've ever had, as I got to meet loads of YouTubers, volunteers and other attendees, which are all really easy to talk to and overall just good people. So what we are going to be doing this episode is almost a tribute to them, and because I'm still pretty hyped for Minecon, what I'm going to be doing is creating a big banner which is actually in the centre of the event. So what we are going to do to start off this episode, as we seem to start off with every episode, is I'm just going to head off now and grab a load of materials so we can get on with the actual build. So there you go, that should hopefully be enough materials, and what I've done is I've dumped them all into a chest in front, which I'll show you in a sec. Some materials which I have actually gathered just a second ago to make our clock is our wood, gold and snow. So what we are going to do before we actually go ahead and build it is we're just going to clear out a space where we can actually put our clock, and we can go ahead and build it on afterwards. While I'm actually doing this because it's not the most interesting thing to watch in the world, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring up a couple of pictures of Minecon, which I actually took with a couple of other people. Now if you do recognise these people, make sure to comment them down below, but again what I'm going to do now is go ahead and actually build it. There you go, that should be a big enough space now so we can build our tower straight on top. One thing I actually forgot to mention earlier though was not actually building the Ender Dragon around it, as you saw in the image. We're going to be saving that for a later episode, as partially because I can't get it to look very good at the moment, and also it's going to take a little while to do. So as I mentioned then, we're just going to go ahead now and time-lapse building Big Ben. And there you go, that's Big Ben finished. I am actually quite happy with how it's actually turned out, but what we need to do still is actually add the Ender Dragon, which we're going to be doing later part as I mentioned, and also I'd like to add a path to connect up the castle, Big Ben and also our barn. But we are just going to be leaving that for a later episode. What we are going to do now is head back to spawn where we're just going to take a look at some shops that other people have made, because I also want to make one, so we actually need to get some ideas. So just south of spawn then we've got all of our shops, and mostly it's just general stores and food stores, which I'll give you a tour of now. So what I want to do is make something a bit different, so I was thinking something like a record store, but if you have got any better suggestions, comment them down below and let me know. So what we'll have to do between now and next episode is come up with a design for a shop, but we are just going to leave it there for this episode once we finish touring all the shops. So again, I hope you enjoyed this episode and thank you for watching.